ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ, ਪੌੜੀ ਨੰਬਰ 2। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਇਸ ਜੁਗ ਮਹਿ ਚਾਨਣ, ਕਰਮ ਵਸੈ ਮਨ ਆਏ। If you want to be enlightened one, you have to follow the Gurbani, Guru Granth Sahib ji. Reason is, it's not about one religion. It's for everyone around the world, in this world. And in the second paudi of Guru Granth Sahib ji, it's lovingly written there. नानक हुक्म जे बुझै, ता हमै कहे न कोई. If we understand the hukam, there is not a space for the ego. And if ego is there, we can say we know something, but Satguru ji is saying you don't know. If ego is there, you don't know about the hukam. Hukam means the law. And what's the law? Law of God, law of Vaheguru. What is the law? It's totally opposite to the ego. Ego is the hurdle in between of realization. And how we can understand the ego? नानक हुक्म जे बुझै ता हमै कहे न कोई. If someone understand the hukam, the ego will be disappeared. And the foundation of ego is covered by the unconscious habits, emotional reactions, hardwired attitude, memorized behavior, beliefs, and perceptions. If we can unfold, if we can get deep at the level of our unconscious habits, emotional reactions, on that level, in that depth, we can understand what Guru Nanak is saying here. हुक्मी होवन आकार, हुक्म न कहया जाए. हुक्मी होवन जी, हुक्म मिलै वड्याई. हुक्मी उत्तम नीच, हुक्म लिख दुख सुख पाई है. एक ना हुक्मी बख्शीश, एक हुक्मी सदा पवाई. हुक्म अंदर सब को, बाहर हुक्म ना कोय. नानक हुक्म है जे बुझै ता हमै कहे न कोई. We are all under the law of God, Vaheguru. But how we claim that we know? And our knowing has a veil of ignorance. We are very clever being. On the religious path, on the way of religion, invisibly everyone claims that I know, but he doesn't know. काट न किन्हीं कहाया, सब कहते हैं पाया. Nobody accept on the deeper level, not on the speech, on the deeper level. Nobody accepts I don't know anything and everything is happening according to God, the universe, the energy. Our claim and reality. Try to understand this. Everyone claims, and even after claiming, and claiming is very silent, very softened. Behind the curtains of the words, soft spoken, behind the curtain of the communication skills, man claims. He is very pious. He always go for the instructions, whatever God has made for him, Vaheguru has made for him. But on the deeper level, he is always in the denying mode. Hukam, the law. If you want to go deeper on these levels, watch what you speak, what you think, and you'll find a gap between what you speak and what you think. And gap is going to fill with the intention, the focus. When we speak, words are perfect. We learned the communication skills. Outwardly, we are perfect. But Sadhguru is not talking about that. He doesn't see, God doesn't see, Vaheguru does not see what we do, what we speak. He always reads the thought. He listens the inner voice. And on that foundations, what is there? What we speak, what we think, what is behind the thinking? What is behind the thinking? Ourself, the paradigm, the set of ideas, way of looking at something is there. And behind that, on the deepest level, what is there? How we have made our thought. And thought is in the mind, and mind has the three problems: lust means sexual desires, ego, greed. That's why the Gurbani is always define every person not according to the country, their religion, never. man, mind, the consciousness. And it's going to define everything about everyone. More deeply, we always communicate with the universe, and universe always responding to us according to our energy and vibration. And our beliefs and thought creates our energy and vibration. It's deep. Now, in the second pauri of Japji Sahib ji, Satguru ji is describing, telling us, ਹਉਮੈ ਨਾਵੈ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਰੋਧ ਹੈ, ਦੋਏ ਨਾ ਵਸੈ ਇੱਕ ਠਾਏ. There is one home, Naam, mean the basic instincts of the Vaheguru, the God, the behavior. Our God, our Vaheguru, our Guru is not in the form of the body, it's in the form of thought. And our consciousness, our mind has also the thought. And there is a distance between the thought of the God and our thought. And how one can go to fill up the distance? What are the opening channels of the ego? And that is gratitude and forgiveness. आप सवारे हैं मैं मिले, मैं मिलिया सुख होए, फरीदा जे तू मेरा होए रहे सब जग तेरा हो. Forgive all. And the gratitude, the compassion. तौल धर्म दया का पूत, संतोख थाप रखिया जिन सूत. Compassion and contentment, gratitude and forgiveness. These are the opening channels. After that, the energy of the God is going to reside in your mind, in your heart. Here one thing, the definitions we have learned from somewhere may mislead us. The heart means the love for all and equally. Like detachment. For instance, we can understand more clearly. We are sitting on the airport and an announcement we listen that our flight is delayed by 4 hours, and then we listen, we stay 4 hours there. But what's the attitude, what we think? We don't fight with anyone. We don't get irritated. no resentment, no bitterness, because we know we have to go from here after some time. The part of ego is that we are going to stay longer on the deepest level, and if we accept, we have to go play the role and leave the earth. The earth is a paradise, Swarg. What we have to do, Gurbani is saying, ना को वैरी नहीं बिगाना सगल संग हमको बने आई. I have no enemy. No enemy. Enmity will disappear from me. Nobody is in the opposite side, opponent. All are equal for me, all are equal. Nobody is near, nobody is far. It's a neutral state of being. ना को वैरी नहीं बेगाना सगल संग हमको बने आई. Is the translation I'm trying to explain. नानक हुक्म जे बुझै ता हउमै कह न कोई. Hukum bujya. Bujya means understand the hukam, law. We are always communicate with the universe, with the God, but ignorance, the attachment is the hurdle. And it's the production of the ego. Don't compare the ego with the self-respect. Otherwise, again, we are going to mislead. Because mind is very clever. It's not going to give you the space for understanding the hukam. Nanak hukam je bujhe ta haume kahe na goi. If someone is going to understand the hukam means the law of Vaheguru, the ego will be disappear from there. In the last a story, the Sakhi, the tale, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, around his 60s, sitting in the Kartarpur Sahib. Bhai Mardana Ji was with. A person was passing by. He stopped and asked from Guru Nanak Dev Ji, "Oh Baba, oh saint, oh the man of God, what is your name?" He asked from Guru Nanak Dev Ji in Kartarpur Sahib, "Oh Baba, what's your name?" Guru Nanak Dev Ji saw Bhai Mardana Ji and asked, "Oh Bhai Mardana Ji, now is there any name left of me? Is there any name for me left? Because if you are totally engrossed in the Shabad, you can't remember your name." It was for us for the better understanding. Name is also disappears. and we have a big names, big surname, blah blah. One who is going to realize the hukam in reality, and when someone is going to ask his name, easily he can't reply, because he is living on the highest levels of the consciousness, and he has to come down. Highest levels, there is no name, no caste. Maulana Rumi, he said, if you still remember your country, your caste, your race, you really don't know who and what you truly are. I repeat. On that level of the consciousness, नानक हुक्म है जे बुझै ता हूँ मैं कह न कोई. On that level I am talking, because standpoint matters. If you still remember about your country you were born in, your caste, your race, your creed, you really don't know who and what truly you are. And same Guru Nanak Ji is saying, name has the clothes, is going to cover our ego. But now in this world what's happening we know perfectly. What to do? सबको मीत हम आपन कीना, हम सबना के साजन. ना को बैरी नहीं बेगाना, सगल संग हमको बने आई. These are the preconditions to understand the hukam, the law. And who understand the law, the hukam can't describe. Because who is describing, he is on the highest level of the consciousness, and who are trying to understand, they didn't get the same height. On the primary level, they will catch the words and find the answers in the dictionaries and misled. Like the love, means of the love, meaning of the love. Nobody can define the love. But what the love is not. I can say which is not the love and which is separate from these is all totally love. Where the judgment is in the relationships, there is no love. Judgment is coming from the ego. When you are going to judge someone, inside you there is a paradigm, a way of looking at something, set of the ideas, and behind your paradigm there are so many aspects to be understood. If the judgment is there, there is no love. If the power struggle is there, there is no love. On the name of the religion, people are fighting to each other and they are saying we are the pious people, we are the religious people. There is no love for God. power struggle, how to get the power. And on the way of the realization, one has to accept I have no power. All powers is belong to Vaheguru the God. Not in the words. Try to understand the fact. On that level, one can understand this second pauri. Hukmi hovan akar, hukum na kahya jai. Hukmi hovan ji, hukum mile vadiyai. Everything is according to the hukam, the law. Hukmi uttam neech, likh hukam dukh sukh paiye. If there are sorrows and sufferings in your life, you did something wrong. But for that you have to go deep. Understand the paradigm, the set of ideas. The paradigms is what you assume, assumptions, concepts, values, practices. What you assume, only assume. And assuming is far from the knowing. And knowing of the reality is in the unknowing. It's a journey to knowing to unknown, know to unknown. Assumptions, concepts, values. You have experienced a different type of the values, and your paradigm is made of that. It's a cage, the prison, and you have to come out from there. We are conditioned, the programmed one. And what Guru Nanak Dev is saying, it's not programmed, it's the reality. सबको मीत हम आपन कीना, हम सबना के साजन, दूर परायो मन का बिरहा, तो मेल के ओ मेरा राजन. Baba Farid ji is saying, आप सवार हैं मैं मिले, मैं मिलया सुख होए. If there is sorrow in your life, you are far from the hukam. Acceptance of hukam is not there. You didn't accept it. आप सवार हैं. What to reform? And that is, see your unconscious habits, memorized behavior, beliefs, perceptions, hardwired attitude, emotional reactions. This is the area, and these are the aspects covering your ego. And your ego is the hurdle for the realization of the self, realization of the Vaheguru. That's why in Gurbani, हम नहीं चंगे बुरा नहीं कोय, प्राणवत नानक तारे सोए. Realization of hukam. नानक हुक्म है जे बुझै ताहु मैं कहे न कोय. There is no space for the ego, but the ego is invisible. It's living behind the curtain of the soft spoken communication skills. Will be continue. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की